friends, it's Brittany and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be sharing an Aldi haul. We just got back from vacation and we needed so much stuff, and I actually did sit down and meal plan for once because it's been a really long time since I did that, but I wanted to go into the store with a plan, and I'm excited to share my meal plan with you all and everything I picked up. If you're new here, welcome. My name is Brittany, and on my channel I share grocery hauls, cooking videos, and day in the life mom content. So if that is content that you're interested in, I would love to have you join my small but growing YouTube family. Hit the subscribe button below and give this video a like if you enjoyed today's video. And with that, let's go ahead and jump into our haul. Meal planning goes this week. This week I actually pulled out a cookbook. I know. I have not pulled out a cookbook in a while, but I don't know, I was just in the mood to go through a book, find some recipes, and I pulled out the Pioneer Woman Dinner Time book. This is a really good book. I will say her recipes tend to be a little more involved and complicated, so I don't always lean to her recipes because, let's be honest, if you have kids, dinner time is generally a really hectic time. But I did find a couple recipes that weren't too much work, and these are the ones that I picked out. Now, we're probably not going to make all of these this week, and I actually couldn't get all of the ingredients for some of these, but I have a couple of these meals planned for this week. Tonight I'm making Italian meatloaf, which looks super good, and I'm kind of in the mood for just a comforting meal like that. Also going to make a Cajun pasta, probably not this week, but maybe next week. Baked ziti, which also will probably be next week. And then sweet and sour meatballs, which looks super good and super simple. And then we're also making a brisket this weekend for a barbecue that we're hosting for Derek's work team. So that is what is on the agenda this week and next week for meals. Here is everything. So in no particular order, let's just start over on this side. So I picked up some prosciutto. The meatloaf recipe actually calls for pancetta, which they had, but it was diced, so it wasn't going to work for this recipe. I thought about just doing bacon, but that's not really Italian, so we're going to try this. I don't know, it may or may not be good, but I'm just going to hope for the best. So pick this up. And hopefully Derek will snack on the rest of it. I'm actually not a huge prosciutto fan, but I think on the meatloaf it will probably be good. I also picked up some marinara sauce for the baked ziti. I needed a bunch of diced tomatoes for the meatloaf recipe and also the baked ziti recipe. And then back here I have a big 28-ounce can of crushed tomatoes for the baked ziti. If I don't, I also could make the baked ziti and freeze it because it's actually written as a freezer meal. So I have that option as well. I bought a bunch of cream cheese, already opened one this morning for my bagel. I did this grocery shop yesterday, and I'm pulling everything out for you guys because yesterday was so busy, I didn't have time to film. I picked up our favorite breakfast sausages. I've talked about these in several of my hauls, and we're almost out. Derek loves these, and we like to use them on the weekends for breakfast sandwiches. I picked some elbow macaroni up because, as I mentioned, we're hosting that barbecue, so I'm going to make mac and cheese, so I needed that. So I picked these up, and I was really excited about them. Last night we had soup for dinner, and I was going to make these on the side. And, you know, I'm really good about reading ingredients since I have a peanut allergy. Well, on the back, I was like, oh, okay, these look good. It says contains wheat and milk. But then under it, you see there's another disclaimer that says individuals with food allergies, this product is manufactured on shared equipment, peanuts. And I'm like, dang it. So there was a disclaimer, and then there was another disclaimer underneath. So just as an FYI, again, make sure you're really careful when you read ingredients. Luckily, I was smart enough last night to look at the bag one more time. I always try to do that when I'm trying a new product. So very glad I did, but I'm probably either going to just let Derek eat these or maybe give them to my parents and they'll use them up. But I bet those are super good. If you've tried them, let me know how they were. I'm curious. Moving on, I have some rigatoni for that baked pasta dish, and then I picked up some canned pineapple chunks and pineapple juice that I need for the sweet and sour meatballs. I also picked up just freezer meatballs because that's just so much easier than making homemade meatballs. So I'm going to do that probably in the crock pot. It's actually not a crock pot meal, but I just think that that will generally be easier. So I will let you know how that is. I honestly haven't made meatballs in the crock pot in quite some time. I don't even think I've made spaghetti and meatballs in the crock pot in a while. So Derek and I are both excited for that meal. I picked some tortilla chips up. I normally get the scoops, but I changed it up this time and got the rounds. I was telling Derek last night that they remind me of the chips that used to come in the Lunchable. Remember the nacho Lunchable that we used to eat growing up? That was so bad for you. Literally just processed cheese and salsa. Like, why did our parents let us eat that for lunch? But that's what it reminds me of. But we used that last night for this. It wasn't really a tortilla soup. It was an enchilada soup that we had for dinner. That was also delicious. I'm talking about that in an upcoming vlog that will go up a week after this. So be on the lookout for that. A bunch of dairy stuff. I picked up heavy whipping cream that I need for some of these recipes. Mashed potatoes I'm going to make tonight. I need that for. I picked up some yogurt for me and Isaac. A ton of sour cream that I need for recipes, and then some ricotta cheese for that pasta bake. There's some Parmesan cheese back there. I got some cheese blocks for the mac and cheese and just, you know, other recipes. I feel like we're always going through cheese pretty quickly. And then I also just picked up one bag of the thick cut medium cheddar cheese. I've talked about this on my channel a lot. Don't super love Aldi shredded cheese, but if I'm going to buy their shredded cheese, I do prefer the thick cut cheese. It's a little more expensive, but yesterday it was actually on sale. And some nights it's just easier. For example, last night we had the soup. I didn't feel like shredding cheese, so we just took a little bit of pre-shredded cheese and sprinkled it on top of our soup, and it gets the job done. So if you're going to get cheese from Aldi, I recommend trying that one. They also have a white cheddar cheese version of this that's pretty good. Lastly, we just have some produce. So I have some baby carrots, some potatoes that I'm going to use for mashed potatoes tonight, and then we'll probably save the rest of them and use them for some other type of dish. I don't know what we'll use them for yet. Got some Gala apples because I haven't had apples in a while and it's apple season, so I figured I'd give those a try. And then I picked up these ciabatta rolls. These are so good, guys. I know I've had them before, but it's been a long time. And last night when I figured out that I couldn't eat the cheddar chai biscuit, I went, oh, well, I bought ciabatta rolls. Do you want to just have a ciabatta roll toasted with some butter? It was so good. I could have eaten ciabatta rolls for my entire dinner and skipped the soup. Derek wanted more, and I told him, I was like, I'm sorry, but I need these for a recipe because I'm actually using this for the meatloaf recipe I'm making tonight. So I'm probably going to end up back out at an Aldi later this week to get some more stuff for this party we're hosting. So I may pick up more of those to do sandwiches next week with some provolone cheese. Be so good. Oh, that's the one thing I forgot to show. I got provolone slices for sandwiches, which we're not going to use this week because we're not going to have any ciabatta left, but those rolls are 10 out of 10. And then not featured here is some paper towel, which I also restocked. So let me go ahead, I'll grab my receipt and I can show you the final price of everything. But overall, really good haul, and I'm excited to share the price because it was way lower than I expected it to be. I'm quickly going to show you the individual prices. I am seeing a couple of things on here I forgot to pull out, like my frozen green beans, but these are the individual prices. And the total was $92.33, which I was really, really happy with, because I honestly felt like I got more than $92 worth of food. I felt like I got a lot of food for that price, so I was really happy with that. And I can't believe I forgot this. This was the item I was most excited about picking up. This is the apple cinnamon quick bread and muffin mix. I've never tried this, but I've heard really good things about this, and I thought this would just be so fun for fall. I love making like banana bread and pumpkin bread, especially during fall, so it looks super simple. And let me double check the ingredients, but I think the only allergy listed was wheat. Also, I feel like Isaac is going to love this because I have let him try banana bread in the past and he also loved it. And of course, it wouldn't be one of my videos without my husband making construction noise in the background. So that concludes our haul. That concludes today's Aldi haul. I hope you all enjoyed. I was overall very pleased, as I mentioned, with this haul, considering that I only spent $92. Any day I can go into a grocery store and say under $100 budget is such a blessing, especially with all the prices in grocery stores today. So again, thanks for watching, and I can't wait to see you all in my next video. Be on the lookout for next week's video. It's going to be a day in the life vlog, and I hope you all will be there to join me. Talk soon. Bye.